Merry Christmas.
Santa Shon here.
Right? Right? I'm ready to go.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. What's going on?
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. It's going pretty
Good.
good. Yep. How's everything out there?
So far, so good.
Yeah, it only snowed here, I think, for a couple of days, maybe 2 days, something like
Okay.
that. Yeah. Very, very light snow.
Yeah. Did we go
Yeah.
out, make some snow angels?
No, I actually I looked outside and I just stayed in the warm house. Uh, watching
put
movies and
your
you know,
put your fireplace on the TV, you know.
right? That's it. That's it. Kick back, my feet up. Life was good. Yeah, I took a couple pictures, but
Yeah.
that was it. That
Yeah.
was it. I'm not trying to go out there. My knees start hurting when I look at the snow. I'm like, oof, I can't I can't do that.
Does our knees start?
My
Does our
knees let me know when it's snowing. Okay,
a little Mean Girls reference here?
right?
Do our knees hurt when it starts snowing due to the age and arthritis and all of those things, or like are we just remembering sledding and landing on our knees?
All of the above. All of the above. Right? Oh man. Yep. But what's the weather like out there? Pretty good. It's not. It's
um,
not freezing, right? Oh, it was raining a little bit.
no, yeah,
Well, a lot of.
we've just been getting a lot of rain. So
Yeah.
thankfully in my area, right, like things are fine. There's been a lot of rain, but like in like
Yeah.
more mountainous kind of places, there's been
Okay.
mudslides. There's been
Oh.
roads that have just collapsed with the rain,
Ah.
massive
Yeah. That always.
flooding. So it's just a little crazy out there, you know.
Okay.
But today,
Good.
ultimately, we are talking holidays. You know, very
Oh,
fitting for the season. Um,
yes.
and just to welcome everybody to Sib Chat Podcast. We're here.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. We're back.
We
Right,
are back,
Brittany
better than
and back.
ever.
Ready to go.
Yes,
Sorry it took long.
yes. So
It's not our fault.
just
Not
circumstantial, life
yeah,
happens.
yeah. Life happens and IT happens and
All the
computer.
things.
Yeah, but we're back
But
now, so that's the main.
to talk about holiday, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think? And I think I know this answer. I think I know what you're going to say. But why do you
Yeah.
think winter holidays, when we compare, all of the holidays in the year, right? We have
Okay.
all of them. Why are winter holidays more emotionally heavy than all of the other
Um.
ones?
Okay. Well, obviously. Um. The winter holidays is cold, right? It's
Sure.
cold. Has to do more with getting together with family, right? And then when you have people that are um far apart, they may not be able to get closer to their family. They may not be able to have friends that can just
Right.
fly in and fly out, things like that. And we want to
Sure.
kind of get closer to that. That kind of leads into like sometimes depression, sometimes anxiety, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really it, because those are like the winter. That's when it's kind of basically the Thanksgiving, Christmas, and the New Year, when you want to be around. You don't need, but you want to be around family, and sometimes that just can't happen. So it kind of like leads into, could be some dark places for some people that don't have somebody to call or somebody to talk to, or don't know they can dial 988, or just talk to somebody. So
Yeah, and I think you make a good point too, especially I mean, of course I think this holiday season is like more emotionally heavy for all places, right? But
yeah.
like when you talk about like the winter aspect, right? Like I think that
Hmm.
is so huge, right? When we talk about
Yeah.
places like, let's say, Montana, Washington, upper state New York, right, where we're
Yeah.
getting piles of snow, we're getting
Yeah.
so much darkness, right? That
Yeah.
like that does kind of bring that toll in, that like things are just feeling more somber in general.
Yes. And things like close earlier too sometimes. So
Everybody's vitamin D deficient.
exactly. exactly. 4 o'clock and it looked like it's midnight out there, right?
Yeah,
And then that
definitely.
leads to people not wanting to go out, not wanting to do things. Oh, man, I wish I could have left earlier, but I had to work. So, things like that. People may not be able to, talk, touch other people, as they would in, let's say, July, right? So something like that. Right.
Right.
Everybody's out. Weather's good. Everybody's out doing everything. Everybody's traveling. So,
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
I think, yeah, that part too, right? That like I think these holidays have that more like community aspect to it, right? It's
Mhm.
like you spend Christmas with family. Like that is the societal expectation. 4th of
Yes.
July is like you're going out with your friends, you know?
Exactly.
Right? Like
Exactly.
it does have that different weight to it for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes a big difference. Do you
Hmm.
think that, let's talk Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, right? All three of those.
Yeah.
Do we group them all together? What's their tone? Do they all have distinct tones to them?
I think it really just depends on the person or the family, right? Because you get those people, right? I know a couple people. I know a couple friends. Listen, November hits, it's fall everything. Or when fall starts, it's like there's pumpkins out, there's leaves out, we're changing clothing, right? Then it's like, all right, Thanksgiving is coming around, everybody's cooking, everybody's ready, everybody looks the same. Everybody, you look like you're in the Thanksgiving army, right? Everybody has the same kind of clothing on, the same boots, the same pants. Again, everybody has something outside their house. And then when it
Um,
comes right after Thanksgiving done, boom, the next day, people are like putting their tree up for Christmas and doing all types of stuff. And they just change their whole house. Um, and
I
then
mean,
boom.
there's a battle. There's a battle of people who
Yeah,
decorate
yes.
for Christmas pre and post Thanksgiving. There's a very
Yeah,
big difference of opinion
yes.
there.
I saw some old people out here fighting, on the 29th. Okay, they're out there fighting because somebody saw some pumpkins out there and somebody has a tree in their front yard, a Christmas tree. I'm like, oh, come on, y'all, what y'all doing? But yeah, I guess it just depends on, how festive people want to be, you know.
Sure.
So I,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care either way. I like to see the change from like, all right, now we're at fall and all the pumpkins are out, and then Thanksgiving and
Yeah.
turkeys everywhere, and people have leaves up. Then boom, Chris. I like seeing all of that stuff. Dot 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 for other
Dot,
people,
dot, dot.
right? I'm not about to listen. I'm not about to go overboard. Promise you. I'll put a couple things out. Check it out. Take a picture if you want to. Other than that, I'm not like doing like I have 9 totes of just Christmas stuff. I have 9 totes of just
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. I have 9 totes of New Year stuff. I got fireworks. I'm going to Mexico buying illegal fireworks. I'm not doing that. I won't do it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I'll
mean, my
just put a little
question is
stuff here and
always,
there.
there's a lot of people that own houses, sure.
Yeah.
But like I always express that like there's a lot of people that go all out for all of these holidays and they live in like an apartment and I'm like, where are you storing all of this stuff? Do you have a
Where are
storage
you?
unit specifically
Yeah,
for all of this
exactly.
thing?
So
Uh,
much stuff.
like one of my cousins, for example, they don't go all out for Christmas as much as they do for
Yeah.
Halloween. Halloween is their holiday.
I can't believe I forgot about Halloween. I cannot believe I forgot. I cannot believe I just said November. I just said November.
Uh-huh.
Didn't go back. People go crazy
That's funny. No,
Halloween.
but they're big on Halloween, right?
Hmm.
Yes, they probably do some things. I mean, Christmas decorations, but not as much as Halloween. And like, there's
Okay.
like 50 skeletons in the yard, right? Including that like 20-foot one, the
The big
giant
one
one.
too.
Yeah, and
Oh
then there's
wow.
also one that is coming out of the roof
Oh my.
of their garage, but they
Yeah.
have a shed in their backyard that is
Yeah.
specifically for storing
Oh.
these decorations.
Oh. I liked it. I like to see it.
I like it. If, like you always say, I'm going to say it this time.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
like
yeah.
it. You like it. I love it.
If you like it, I love it. Seriously. Seriously. Man, yeah, I forgot about how yeah, people go wild for Halloween.
Yeah,
People go
absolutely. I mean,
wild.
the
Yeah.
skeleton transition to Christmas still is fitting for a lot of people because of that Nightmare Before Christmas transition.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
it
Exactly.
still works.
Hmm. Yeah, 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 yeah. Tim Burton, hey,
He really was,
congratulations on that,
yeah, really
right?
helping us out here.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
what I kind of saw some, and I think that we can kind of see that in the holiday, but the research, the actual words that were put together for me when I was kind of looking into this more is the like
Yeah,
Thanksgiving, as we know, generally has that like reflection and gratitude kind of
yes.
vibe to it, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the tone, right, that everybody's trying to bring to
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, right? Like, what are we
Yeah.
thankful for, right? And then the Christmas one was interesting because I was like, well, isn't it like the same? Like, we're still in that like end of the year, we're happy, grateful for life kind of thing. But it was
Hmm.
really looking more into that like Christmas sometimes has a tone of like tradition and expectation,
Yeah.
right? That like this
Yeah.
is what we always do, and if you're going against that, sometimes it does cause some like friction,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
right? And
True.
that expectation, right, when it comes to like gift giving and are people happy? Like, are we doing everything that we have to? Like, so it has this general tone, I think, that people were kind of putting together that like Christmas can have that joy to it, but also sometimes
Hmm.
feels heavier than the other holidays.
Yeah. True. Yeah. That really is true, and I think the expectation is for we can see it in a lot of places, a lot of different families, a lot of people we know, a lot of people we see,
Mm-hmm.
that Christmas, for some people, Christmas is really like joyous, thankful, um and
Yeah.
then others it's like, hey, here's some a lot of gifts for my 3-year old, right? This
Mm-hmm.
3-year old has $18,000 worth of gifts, right? It I guess it just depends on, like, what people are used to or what people are able to afford, I guess. Maybe. Yeah, yeah. I like the whole, I'm not a I don't want to say I'm not a big go crazy type person, because I could be. But I'm more of like a, I could be like a low key person, like, here is this thing that I knew you wanted, or I heard
Mm-hmm.
you talking about, boom. But it's not like, I never was like giving people, here's 19 gifts, right? And just because it's kind of like throughout the year, like, kids, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, like sometimes they, get things throughout the year. So I kind of think like, all right, so if kids are getting stuff throughout the year, like, is there really a need for, hey, I'm going to wait till Christmas to buy you these uh, school clothes, right? It's like, you want me to save them, or what's going on? School's almost over. You
Sure.
want me to save them,
Yeah.
or what you do? So that's kind of how I think. You give something meaningful, give something, that they probably wanted, like one thing, and then like every other thing like comes throughout the year. I feel that's how I think things are more like grateful for. And then on the other hand, you can say, all right, I don't want to give my boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, kids anything throughout the year, and just wait for birthday and Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. Again, this is just me. I don't see the point of that, right? Especially when, have them work, do whatever they have to do, right? Get money on their own, things like that. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
that
I'm
makes
just
sense.
big give all of this stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, Yeah, I mean the last one here of New Year's, right? It
Yeah.
going to that tone, right, was really transitioning out of that like Christmas, this is the tradition, this is the expectation. We shift into New
Hmm.
Year's of really being into that like actual time of transition, that
Yeah.
anticipation. We're now looking forward versus that starting off the season of Thanksgiving is that looking back and reflection, whereas New Year's is like we're looking forward, right? And it kind of rounds out those holidays a little bit. So I found that to be interesting, really just thinking about those different tones that exist.
What's your tone or your vibe when it comes to right Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's? Like, are you all about yeah, 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 go, 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 let's do the most? Or you're like, nah, I really don't want to do too much, or you're just kind of like even kill?
Yeah, I think each one is a little bit different, right? Like
Okay.
if we start
Halloween.
at Halloween, yeah, I don't have a huge like I need to do something for Halloween. I really don't care too much about it. I think
Okay.
when I was younger, when I was in college and we were going to like costume parties and like fun things, right? Like I was like,
Yeah.
yes, let's dress up, let's do this. But like now I
Okay.
don't really care about it too much. I think it's
Okay.
more of that like sense of like seeing like kids dress up and like their
Yeah.
excitement for it. I think
Yeah.
that's the fun part about it.
Okay.
Um
Do you
I could
put
I
candy
could
for
I
the
could
kids?
hit what?
Do you put candy out for kids or no?
I don't put it outside. I will give candy if they knock on the
Okay.
door.
All
Yeah.
right.
I also could take or leave carving a pumpkin, like if somebody wants to do it, I will do it, but I'm not going to be like, you know what, I need to do this, So Halloween, I don't really have anything about it.
Okay.
Moving
Thanksgiving.
into Thanksgiving, I guess I'm very similar in that sense that I don't think Thanksgiving is a really big thing for me.
Okay.
I think it's nice to get together with people. Um, but like Thanksgiving food for me is very like mid. Like I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
is this the most delicious food I've ever had? Not really. Like
Yeah.
I don't I'm
Yeah.
okay. I'm okay if we did something completely different for Thanksgiving
Oh,
and didn't do the turkey stuffing situation.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think I'm a very big community person in general. Like I love
Mhm.
getting together with friends. I
Yes.
love getting together with family, right? Like those are the
Yes.
things I do really like.
Yeah.
Um, so in that sense of Thanksgiving, I like it, right? I think the vibe, right, is really just
Yeah.
that community piece. Um,
Yeah.
moving into Christmas, I think is very fitting. Kind of the places, the tones that I kind of saw around Christmas is that I do think Christmas feels like the traditionalist holiday, right? That
Okay.
like things are similar to what you've done your entire life, and like it's very
Got it.
reminiscent. It's very like I don't know, you look back at it, you're like, wow, I remember when I did this when I was like 10, and it's the same thing,
Yeah.
right? Like those things do, I think, bring a lot of joy to me. And so I think that that is something that has been more challenging, like in recent years, right? Where like things have changed. The holidays have changed. They are different, specifically
Okay.
Christmas, right? That's like, families have extended in different ways. And so the people that
Yeah.
normally get together don't get together and they go doing their own thing, right? And like those are all normal parts of life, but it
Yeah.
just feels different. And so
Okay.
sometimes that I think comes with that, like when we talk about the doom and glooms that sometimes pop up over
Mhm.
holidays, I think that's where that kind of comes in more,
Okay.
that tradition has been pulled or stretched or changed in a way.
Okay.
But when we do have that community piece, like that is the tone that I do really enjoy. That traditional piece. I
Okay.
love listening to Christmas music, right? I love that joy that comes with the season. I like looking at
Yeah.
Christmas lights. I like being out and like doing all of the fun Christmas.
Okay. All right.
And then New Year's, that tone, I agree as well. For me, is really that like that self reflection, that looking forward, that like, what do I want this upcoming year to look like? And I
Yeah.
think I am very good at being like, I can't control what the year is going to look like. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to set all of these millions of goals and stuff like that. It's really just going to be like, what kinds of things do I want to like prioritize? What kinds of things do I want to put effort into? And like,
Hmm.
if I could just magic wand make this year what I want it to be, like what would that look like, right? And kind of asking those some kind of questions,
Yeah.
because I think that's fun to kind of see and just kind of compare and contrast to what does actually happen.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Is there something that you usually do for let's say Thanksgiving, or there's something that you usually do for Christmas, like, or something you usually do for New Year, right? Like, for example, um, for Thanksgiving, I usually, right, if we get together with family, do whatever, usually like relaxing, watching like some kind of movie or show like throughout the whole like that night, right?
Hmm.
And into the morning because nobody's going to work the
Like
next day.
Thanksgiving night. Is that what
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Just do something like that for Thanksgiving. For Christmas, for years it's just been like I want to go to the movies. Like I remember just going to the movies on Christmas Day. It was just I don't know why. It was fun. It's not a lot of people at the movies. So you can just go there, relax, see whatever movie you wanna, you want to see. It's probably going to be something out during that time, so something that you may
Sure.
want to see. And I think that's always, pretty good. And then for New Year, it's usually like, okay, either I'm going to church for New Year, or it's been a few times where we did like roll into the New Year, especially when I was in New York. We did jujitsu. We had like an open mat for a couple
Mm.
hours, um, and just simple, smooth, easy, things like that. Is there something that you've done or something that you would like to do through those holidays?
I think that speaking of movie on a holiday, I haven't done a lot of movies on Christmas, but I have done a lot of movies on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Um, so I think that's something that has always been fun.
Yeah.
Because again, Thanksgiving has kind of been the smaller of the holiday
Hmm.
for me in life.
Yeah.
New Year for New Year's Eve, it's always been a really big like we dress up no matter what we're doing, with my
Yeah.
friends, with family, whatever. Like we're getting dressed up. We're doing even if we're just sitting at home, like
Yeah.
we're getting dressed up. We're doing something like we're doing something together, and like whether it's
Yeah.
going out somewhere and doing something or staying in and playing games, like there's just this
Yeah.
general vibe of like we bring in the new year with like
Okay.
fancy things on and like looking like excited and like all of those kinds of things, just like setting that vibe for the year. So I think that's kind of been like a tradition in a way.
Hmm.
um, and then like I know for Christmas, something that I've done a lot, again, not every year, but like when I have specific like my specific cousins that are in town or whatever for Christmas Day, they usually come in Christmas Eve.
Hmm.
Right, we usually go and get coffee Christmas morning together and just like hang out and like take like a stroll at the park or something, and just like
Yeah.
again that community piece, like having that connectivity, having a place where we're really just like able to sit and exist and like not worry about cooking something or like what the kids are doing or anything like that, and just like existing together in a walking coffee situation.
Okay.
um, I think those are the things that I do like.
Okay. So it sounds like more often than not, I think you and I are kind of similar when it comes to being around friends or being around people or being around family. We like to do it. At the same time, I don't need to do it, right? I can
Mhm.
be at home and just chill and still have a blast. So have 100% blast. Just being by, I'm not upset at anyone. I'm not arguing with anybody. It's just sometimes if I'm just at home, I'm just at home.
Hmm.
But yeah, but when friends, a little get together we have, right? Text some people, hit some people up. Hey, this is going on. I'm coming out. Blah 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 blah. Let's do this. And there a lot of people come out, and like that's what I like to do as well. I just
Yeah.
like to be around a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Yeah.
say, with even just with my clients all the time, right? We talk
Hmm.
about that like community is so important as
Yeah.
people, right? That like even if it's not something that we're doing every day, even if it's not something that sometimes we're spending a lot of time alone, and like that's okay too. But like we
Hmm.
need a community of some kind
Yeah.
for us to function.
Yeah.
Like again, it could, even if we're seeing them on an annual basis, right? It's like
Hmm.
that community just gives us some sort of support. It gives us that like we're not alone in this
Yeah.
life, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. True. 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 True.
Yeah.
All right. So what about when? How did? Okay, I'll go for. I'll ask you a question and I'll let you know. Then,
Okay.
so the question is, how did COVID affect you in any way, if it did or it did not affect you, too much? Working from home, not being around people, not being able to go out, go places here. Me, I would say it really didn't affect me that much. And I only say this is because there's people that I call or FaceTime or talk to anyway that
Mhm.
it may not be like every single day, but there are some people that, or people call me and we're just chit chatting, laughing, doing whatever. So when those times hit, when they're like, oh man, I can't go anywhere, I can't do this. Like there's no people around to come over and talk to. I just feel that it really didn't affect me because I talk to people all the time anyway. Like I'm just a talker. Call me. Hey, what's up? What's going on? What's going on? I'm not like a just text people and I'm freaked out or nervous or I can't talk to people. That's never been me. I can talk to anybody. So how
For
did
you. And
that
I think
COVID?
for you too, that like because you have lived 1,000 places, I think
Yeah.
a lot of your people are distant anyway,
Yes. Yes.
right? And so
Exactly.
I think your situation does kind of allow for that as it is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say major. I think the major change that occurred was really like the travel aspect, travel and like concerts. I think those are the
Oh,
two things that I like really leaned on a lot.
right.
That really drastically shifted
Mm-hmm.
at that time. And so I think the community piece did change in some form because I wasn't able to, hop on a plane and go visit people like I was prior. And a lot of my social settings also were, getting together with people and going to concerts and like doing all of these things and
Yeah.
sports games, right? And all of these things that like suddenly were all completely shut down for the year, right? And so I don't know that I wouldn't say that like things changed for the worse as much
Mhm.
as they just like had to look different. Right.
Okay.
The way that my hanging out with certain people or the way that I communicated with certain people just had to change and I had to learn and adapt to that.
Okay. Oh,
So I wouldn't necessarily place any sort of like negative piece on it, but just
yeah.
like change and difference and
Yeah.
having to put
Yeah.
in different kinds of.
Good. 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 Good.
Yeah.
Good. I like that. Yeah. Yeah. Because some people it really affected how people, thought, acted, all of that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Very unfortunate, but a lot of things came from COVID as well. That time being
Mm-hmm.
locked away, a lot of comedians or comedy or new people online, ideas and
Mm-hmm.
businesses and so many things,
Yeah.
came from. Now, I'm not saying, yay, thanks COVID. I'm not saying that because, you know, so many people died during that time as well.
Sure.
So it's just, it kind of like things happened during that COVID time that, now we can see on the other side, a lot of things were bad, people dying, businesses closing, and then a lot of things were good.
Yeah.
People getting famous, a lot of businesses open, and a lot of things that we needed that were came about from that, right? From the necessity.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, good.
absolutely.
Okay. Okay, nice.
So we have New Year's Eve coming up,
Yes.
and in I don't know, in honor of New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah.
Going back to last New Year's Eve, how did
Okay.
you ring in the new year?
Watching TV.
Yes.
That's it. I
Just you.
watching Ryan Seacrest. Bro, listen. Ryan Seacrest has to be either there has to be 19 Ryan Seacrest around here because the man is everywhere. I can't. I After New Year's, I saw him on 15 different channels in 8 different countries. I go to my bathroom and I see Ryan Seacrest in the mirror. I'm like, what in the world
He's
is?
the
Where are you
original
at?
shapeshifter.
Yes, exactly. How is he everywhere?
Yes,
He's
that he
sheesh.
is.
Oh gosh, Ryan Seacrest. Yeah, just watch TV, relax, chill, not do too much. I
Solo.
I I like doing that because I don't want to. Okay, first of all, I'm not. It's first of all, it's cold.
Hmm.
It's dark outside.
Sure.
I'm not going to be around a whole bunch of people. When the ball drops, you know how people go to New York City and do all of this stuff, and people are sitting there and they're watching the. Do they have floats? I think they have floats or something. They do. I'm not.
No, no floats for New Year's, just Thanksgiving.
Is it? Are there just people? Oh, they have like singers and things
There's
like that.
singers, yeah. Then the balls
Yeah, yeah,
drop.
yeah.
They
Yeah,
drop
things like.
confetti. Yeah, that
I
kind of
just don't want to be out there. Why? First off, my knees hurt
thing.
and my back start hurting, and now I gotta pee, and I don't want to go walk a mile down the street to have to go pee.
Yeah,
Then
and you
next thing,
can. You can.
exact,
You can.
exactly.
So
That's what.
I would love to experience Times Square New Year's Eve. I think it would be amazing with
Yeah,
some changes.
yeah, yes. You
I
know,
want to be able to come and go as I please. I don't want to
yeah.
sit and camp for 48 hours to get a
I'm not.
front spot for this event. I don't want to wear a diaper for
I'm
19
not
hours.
exactly. Like I'm
So
not
all of
doing.
those things I don't want to do. If the parameters were like, okay, like I can walk down the street and like go and stop over there and see what's
Yeah,
going on and hang
yeah,
out and like be a part of it, I would do it. But it needs to be much more casual.
yeah. I'm not. I'm telling you,
So
I'm not.
I have shifted my view of like I still would love to view Times Square New Year's
Okay.
Eve, but the goal has shifted to like, when I'm a billionaire,
Yeah.
it would
I see.
be, getting one of the hotels that look
Okay.
over Times Square and
Yeah.
watching the ball drop and the confetti and everything from the hotel room balcony or window. That
It's
would be
not.
ideal.
That's a great. That's really good. Or something else. It don't have to be New Year's. I know I did one time in in the city. There's just people outside. I had a hotel was overlooking. I don't know what street. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what street. There was so many people outside, and I had a absolute blast. Just going there, walking down the streets, going here, looking at things, taking pictures, doing this, doing that. It was really, really fun. And then coming to the room and overlooking everything and everybody outside. That was cool. Now, if they had the ball drop there, then that would have been, that would have
For
been
sure.
great.
Yeah,
That'd been
absolutely.
great.
And I love New York City. I think it's so much fun. I think
Yeah.
again, I'm not trying to live there and be there permanently, but like I think it's great. I think it's an amazing place. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite places to visit.
Yeah.
Um and I think that would be really cool. I have never been to New York City. I've been a lot in the fall. I've never been to New York City when it's been snowing.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
that would have to be a time that I would have to go at some point in time to just experience,
Just go. Listen, just go when it's cold. Let's go when it's nippy. Don't go when it's don't go when it's snowing. Man, yeah, I think it'll be good though. I think it'll be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
So last year, this time, you were at home watching Mr. Ryan Seacrest in one of his 18 locations.
Yes.
Did we do anything special at all? Do we make any specific food, drinks, snacks, talk to
Water,
people on the phone? Did we do
water,
anything?
water, popcorn, probably some sniggity snacks from 7-Eleven.
Uh huh.
That's about
Uh huh.
simple and I I like simple and easy.
Sure.
I
Did we
it makes my soul happy.
did we set any New Year's resolutions for 2025?
Yes, my New Year resolution from 2024 to 2025 is continue to do what I'm doing.
I like it.
Continue to do what you're doing.
Hmm.
Because when we come to these, I'm going to do this next year and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this, we get a whole lot of the people clogging up the gym for about 4 weeks,
Yeah.
right? We get people stop trying to do this and then kind of like fail, right? If some of you want to start, like just do it now.
Yeah, and
Just
like I'm
you know,
okay with things starting New Year's. I don't mind
yeah,
things starting on
yeah,
New Year's.
yeah,
I mind on lofty goals that are being set that we fail within a month,
yeah.
right? I don't
Three,
want us to keep setting I'm going to start working out. I don't work out at all and I'm now going to work out 5 days a week. I mean,
yeah,
yeah, 5 days in a week, right? Like
Right?
it's unrealistic. It's never going to
Yeah.
happen. We're going to
Not gonna happen.
fail week 2, and then we're going to be mad that we failed and we're not going to do it, right?
Exactly. I'm gonna
So
save $10,000 every month, but you make $1,000 in a month. So like
that's okay.
think
So
like
I am big on shifting how New Year's resolutions work to
okay.
having that like I'm going to be more intentional this year.
Okay.
I think that's a
Okay.
great goal, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no quantifying number to that. There's no,
Yeah.
if I don't do that this week, I have failed,
Yeah.
right? Because this is an entire year metric. Did I do it one time more than last
Yeah.
year? Then we've successfully, right?
Okay.
I'm going to prioritize my health by making healthy food decisions whenever I can,
Yeah.
right? Like that's a general goal that like
Yeah.
if we have a week where we don't make those decisions, it doesn't mean we can't do it again next week, right? Like
Yeah.
I think when we look at goals, things like that a little bit more broad in that sense, I
Hmm.
think they feel more manageable.
Okay. True. 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 True.
And and New Year's, again, I think we can start that now, right? We can start November 2nd if we want to do
Yeah.
something. However, the New Year's concept does give us a clear timeline. It does help us kind of have
Yeah.
this like goal. So if
Yeah.
that's going to motivate us to to make a change, then all right, do it.
Yeah.
But
True.
I think
It's
it's hard. I think New Year's resolutions have such a ingrained in society kind of verbiage that like
yeah.
everybody's coming into December 31st being like, I need to lose this, I need to do that, I need to change everything about myself and become a different person in the next week.
Exactly.
And like
Exactly.
that just makes no sense.
Listen, it's not. If you're doing black tar heroin on the 26th of December, more than likely you're going to be doing it on the 3rd of January. All right.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. I always say that like no matter where we are at, if we pick up and move to Texas tomorrow, we are still ourselves.
yeah.
So
Yep.
making a big change is not going to change who you are unless
Yep.
you start changing those inner parts of ourselves, right? And that
Exactly.
takes a decade
Oh,
sometimes, not
uh,
tomorrow,
it takes absolutely. And a lot of people say, um, well, yeah, I can stop this when I want to. I can change overnight. Uh, false.
All right.
Okay. False. I don't care what's you, but yes, behaviors can be changed quickly, right? And
Mhm.
I think a lot of behaviors can be changed quickly by, I hate to say it, pain, um,
Are you
hurt.
suggesting are you suggesting putting on a shock collar?
No, I'm just saying this. I'm just saying pain, pain, hurt, and despair can change people
Sure.
more quickly than, hey, I'm gonna stop smoking next week. I'm gonna
Absolutely.
stop drinking next week.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean that's a personality change, right? You're
Yes.
if you're a smoker, you're a smoker, right? So like how are you going to be a different person? You have to change your personality. Okay, this is free therapy for everybody right now. So
Yes. I'm not even charging
when
you.
when when you want to change something about yourself, when we want to change something about ourselves, we have to have an identity shift, right? And so, for example, there was a study that showed that people that wanted to quit smoking, the people that said, like when they were offered a cigarette, for example, the people that said, I'm trying to quit, failed more than the people that said, no, I'm not a smoker, because that shifted their identity. They no longer identified as a smoker, they
Yes.
identified as somebody who did not smoke, right? And
Yes.
so that can be taken into context in everything that we do, right? If we
Mm-hmm.
want to be somebody that works out all the time, right? It's no longer like I'm trying to work out more. We shift that to I am somebody that works out regularly, right? And so
Yes.
even when we miss for the week, we have taken on a new persona of like I'm somebody that goes to the gym, right?
Yes.
And that is our persona now. And we start making decisions reflecting that I'm not going to eat that today because I am somebody that goes to the gym and I need to go to the gym today, and that's going to make me not feel good if I go to the gym, right? That's a whole persona shift,
Yes.
right?
Exactly.
So if we want to make personality changes, that is how we do those things.
Yes, because that's
So
the
are
main
we?
thing, how it starts anyway. Right? We
Yeah,
we have
exactly.
our person has to do said act or not do said act or said act, right?
Absolutely. So when I post this episode, I'll make sure to link how everybody can pay their copay for listening to that sentence. Yeah.
Yes, split it in half too. Split it in half. Oh Lord. Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
So this year, are we going to be doing the same thing for New Year's Eve as we did last year?
I'm going to do the same thing because the things that I'm doing are working. If I have to shift a little this or shift a little that, then I will do that. For example, like I don't um drink a lot of soda. When I do drink soda, it's like if I'm going out to eat or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll always say, can I have a water and a Sprite, right? Or can I have a water and a sweet tea? And I think that's when I really drink something other than water or unsweetened things, right? Is probably when I go out. I don't go out to eat every single day,
Mm-hmm.
so I kind of feel good. I kind of feel, feel pretty good doing it that way. So I don't have like I used to. I used to be a dirtbag and just have them
Sure.
soda stored up, soda, sweet tea, all this stuff stored up in the in the cupboard or the pantry. But it's just like I know it's not.
Dirtbag is so funny.
I used to be a dirtbag for, but I can't. But and again, that was because I was running, 4, 5, 6 miles a day. I was road marching. I was doing all kinds of stuff. So now I kind of slowed down. So I know for a fact I have to do A to get to B.
Sure.
So I can say New Year's resolution when I go out, I'm not going to get anything but water. False. That's a 1,000% lie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say that because I know.
Sure.
But if things
Yeah.
shift a little bit here and there, then cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. And will we
Yeah. What?
be watching Ryan Seacrest?
Yes.
Makes
More
sense.
than likely. Ryan
Absolutely.
Seacrest just he's just everywhere. Or some some trash TV until it gets to like an hour before. Um. Selling Sunset. Um. That selling the OC that little series. The drama fuels me. The drama fuels me. I,
Yes,
I love it because it's not my drama.
absolutely.
Oh,
Yes. For me, yeah, I don't have a ton of big things on my mind. I think
okay.
still the same kind of what I already mentioned that I gave an example of. Like I think my resolution every year has really just been growing that intentionality, right? And like really just like with when it comes to like my time, when it comes to like my space, right? How I'm conversing with people, right? Just like being intentional.
Hmm.
Intentional in my relationships, right? All of those things. I think
Hmm.
that I continue to grow in that space.
Yeah.
That's probably what I will continue to kind of really focus on.
Yeah.
As far as physical location, I think I'm really just more, we're definitely more low key this year.
Okay.
Just going to like a restaurant, having a late dinner, being
Yeah.
home before midnight.
Yeah.
However, to kind of watch the countdown from there. It is supposed to be raining, so I'm not really trying to be out and about in the rain
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
So that's the general plan. So I think it'll be a nice intro into 2026, you know.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
actually, I guess one of the big goals that's an actual quantifying goal that I have to
Yeah.
make this year is that I'm taking my licensure exam. So, like, the goal
Hey.
for the new year is passing my licensure
Yeah.
exam, which is in
Okay.
February. So, it'll be
February.
a Q1 goal.
Yeah. Okay. Not listen. Knock that out. That'll be
So,
great.
that is the main goal. And
That'll
then
be
after
amazing.
that, I don't care if any goals get made after that for the rest of the year.
That's goal A through Z right there.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So,
that
any
awesome.
final thoughts from you on, you know, I don't know,
I think
giving yourself permission to do holidays a certain way or
I'm just
redefining traditions.
I'm gonna continue to do the same thing. I'm not unless I hit the lotto. If I
Yeah,
hit the
did you see
lotto,
the I think it was Arkansas maybe?
yeah,
Single
yes,
person that won the 5 billion. I think that's
5 billion.
wild.
Whoa,
Five
whoa, what?
billion.
No, 1.8 billion.
I thought it was
One
five.
point.
No,
No,
it's
hell,
1.8.
1.8 billion. Yes, yes,
All right. One single person suddenly
yes.
having 1.8 billion is wild, not even split with anybody.
That would feel amazing, but Arkansas too. I was like, is that in Russia? Where's Ark? Like, who go? Oh, come on. But I mean, Merry Christmas to him.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
know, that
He's
person or
never talking to anybody he knows ever again.
oh goodness. Oh my.
So yeah, keep doing what you're doing. That's the overarching
Yeah,
theme.
yeah, I think so. And then I'm a try to I'll tell you offline because if I don't do it, I don't want nobody to bust me out.
All right, all right, all right.
Bust me out if I don't do it. But I'm trying to study for some things. So we'll see
Okay,
what happens. We'll see what happens.
absolutely.
Yep, yep, yep.
So we will check in at our next episode here. I don't know what our
Yeah,
topic is yet, but we will
yeah.
connect on
We'll
that and figure it out.
yes, we will. We will. We definitely will.
All right. Well, thanks for jumping on, everybody, and listening
Yes.
to us
Thanks.
ramble.
Thanks. This was a nice little episode right here. Holidays.
Absolutely. So, Shawnee, I will talk to you later. Thanks for hopping on.
All right, Britt. Love you so much. I'll see you later.
Love you. Bye.